We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with COSM, Cosmos Holdings Inc. And in today's video, we're going to break down what the CEO has done and how a lot of people are watching this. We started talking about it on the date it happened on November 28th. And here we are with the stock doing a full transition from the rip area to the dip area. We have not seen a dip area since way back here, back on November 7th, right? If we go ahead and zoom in here, you can see it. That's the last time we hit a dip area, and everything in between has had strength, right? All the way up to this point, hitting the 88-cent area. Talked about that resistance, and it wasn't the only stock today that was falling, right? Cosmos wasn't the only one. The overall market fell as well, and our SPY bot at 10:10 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 200% plus within minutes to an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge over the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to the bots, as well as becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with Cosmos Holdings Inc. I'm going to share with you guys as well my honest, humble opinion on why the stock is falling and why this dip area is a critical area to watch. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunities I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home runs of the day were spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity over the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the first home run of the day was from our AMD bot. Our AMD bot sent out a bear indicator since 9:06 a.m. From that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. And our second home run of the day was from RMED. We caught this one in the pre-market. We were looking for it to pull downwards, and within the day's volatility, it gave jumps of 10 to 20%. But later on in the day, going into the after hours, it jumped up to a highest point of 50% plus, guys. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with COSM, Cosmo Holdings Inc., doing a full transition, as I stated earlier in the video, from bright green bars to white with red borders. And this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the rip area, as I like to call it, and the dip area, and the transitions happen back up, and they're not always guaranteed, but when they do, it goes from white with red borders back towards bright green, and then the rejection again, and so forth, right? And also we have our bull and bear indicators in the inflow versus outflow, which adds an extra layer of confirmation. So if it's your first time coming across the channel, this allows us to have that edge and clarity over the charts in either direction. And I'm going to pull up the bull and bear indicators and the inflow versus outflow, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with COSM, Cosmos Holdings Inc., sitting under a bear indicator since yesterday at 69 cents. It tried bringing itself back up and rejected around 67, and you could see that it had trouble getting back up towards those levels even throughout the day, right? Continued to reject 63, broke through the support of 60.55 cent area, and started to fall very quickly. And the outflows have been dominating since yesterday, right? And when it was trying to come back up, these inflows, we were watching them to see if it crossed over and if a bull indicator can pop up in the process. That did not happen. Quickly rejected right when it got there. No bull indicator, no dark green bars, no bright green bars, suggesting any possible move to the upside, and no bull indicator in the process. So very, very weak there. And on top of that, the outflows have been dominating. Now, what has the CEO done? Well, what made it run even higher on the 28th, and you're going to see it popping up here, is that he purchased, right, shares. And I have my own theory and thoughts right now on why he was purchasing so much. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below, how you feel about this, because it's really what's actually making it go down now. He purchased shares at around 62 cents. Now, in the bigger picture, he would not be averaging up like that from 12 cents to 62 cents and almost half a mil, and then also 1.5 mil at around 12 cents, as you see there again on the screen. But this purchase is giving him more voting rights, and there's something that the stock is going through right now, right? And the reason why this uncertainty is popping up is because there's a vote coming up for a possible reverse split. The longer this stock stays below $1, or any stock below $1, it's at risk of a reverse split to comply with the NASDAQ listing, right? And they have until January for that, right? And that's always been a possibility. So the stock is trying to run itself up towards $1. If it can't stay above $1 for 10 days, it's going to have to vote for a reverse split. And if that vote goes through, that's what's creating this uncertainty and this doubt among the shareholders. And that's why it's falling so fast. And again, it's been a very big run from way down here at around 6 cents, 10 cent area, all the way up to 88. It nearly reached $1. Some people are still speculating it could go higher, but I found that interesting. I mean, the CEO has some conviction. He would not be purchasing at the time and at those levels, but it's also giving him voting power for the reverse split. And I think a CEO that wants their company to continue being listed on the exchange or the NASDAQ and comply will want to be able to vote over the shareholders, or at least have a huge impact on the vote of a possible reverse split if their stock is stuck below $1. Again, I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below on that, but I do believe there's some conviction. If not, he would not be taking that stake, because even a reverse split, if the stock goes lower, well, it doesn't really help him. And he possibly believes there's some value, right? If not, he wouldn't be doing that apart from the voting rights, some value that he sees that we don't see in the bigger picture, right? He believes it's probably undervalued to be taking those large positions. So here we are, and it hit lows here of 35 cents. I talked about how fast it dropped from 60 to the 20s way back here. These outflows were really, really fast, and this one's been a little bit choppier, but when you really think about it, all of this has been outflows. We saw it in a straight line here on the 23rd, that bear indicator, and it all happened in one day. This one has taken about 3 days from way up here to here so far, but we have seen the full transition. The bear indicator yesterday confirmed the weakness, and the outflows confirmed once they crossed over, and we've been below it all this time. There's buying up here. Somebody's buying up the dip when it goes green, but it hasn't been enough to cross back over. If not, this would have reflected into the chart, and possibly that bear indicator could have canceled, because every single time those inflows pick back up like it did here, or even when it picks up above it, you could see those moves, right? It went from 47 to 62, and here it went from around 37 cents all the way up to 45 cents. So there is moves that happen, and when these outflows cross, well, they're significant as well to the downside. Right here today, when it crossed again, it went from 61 to 37, and from yesterday, it went from 69 to 52. So we have been in a very outflow dominated situation with the charts for the last 2 days, and that's where this weakness comes into play as we see it in the charts. Now you could see it in the 15-minute within the volatility as well. Those outflows have been dominating here from yesterday and today, and even on the date way back here on November 29th when it fell and brought itself back up. Well, the inflows fought, but most of the day as well since the opening bell, outflows were dominating. So right now the stock is in an outflow dominated situation. Full transitions here from the rip area to the dip area. fought here sideways and dip area again, but we just got a bull indicator here on the 15-minute. I'm going to be watching if it could cross back over. 62 cents is a very pivotal level. That's where the CEO bought recently, and currently it's trying to fight to get back towards 50 cents. So let's talk about the support and resistance that I'm watching, and we need to see how this reverse split vote turns out and how shareholders react to the news. So here we are on the 30-minute. Inflows trying to pick back up. We want to see it get closer to the midpoint or even cross it. Same thing on the 1 hour here. We want it to start picking up. It's currently red and sitting sideways and pretty far from the midpoint, but full transition there as well from the rip area to the dip area. We want this bear indicator and any possible move back up to get canceled by a bull indicator, and those inflows, even if they don't cross the midpoint, to start working their way towards it and shifting from red to green like you see here on the 30-minute, right? We want that move up. So support, the first support I'm watching is 35 cents. Below that is 30 cents. And then all the way down here to 26 to 25 cents is a critical support area to either hold this up for another run, or it could break a pivotal support that held this up from going back down towards 10-cent area or lower and ran it back up to 88. So we're getting to some crucial levels there if these outflows continue to dominate and we head towards those levels. Now, to the upside, we want to get back above 55 cents and then back above 65, guys. Those are some critical levels here within the chart. 62 is important because that's where the CEO purchased and a lot of people are watching. But another thing too, 65 will be critical to create that staircase effect, right? And continue going higher, and hopefully these transitions from the dip area back to the rip area continue. Bear indicator gets canceled, bull indicator in the process, and we want these inflows, guys, to get back up. Every single time inflows crossed back over and stayed above, we had significant moves, especially followed by a bull indicator in the process. So I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.